Right, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's dead baiting time. It's in there. So you join me on river today. The old paternoster dead baiting. Float's already in, so I'm keeping an eye on it while talking to you. But it's the conditions are not brilliant, but it's early in season. This is my first proper dead baiting session this winter, so hopefully we can kick it off with a double or something like that, or even just one pike will do. You know, to start off with, and then you can sort of try and build momentum as seasons going on. So there's one guy just above me. I think he's setting up barbel fishing, and I were a little bit late out. Bit of a late start, but yeah, we got in the spot that I wanted to get in. So I've fished this spot before and done quite well on this particular rig, and what I'll do is I'll if I get into anything, or even if I don't, because you know, it's like I said last winter, pike fishing's not easy. They don't crawl up your lines, not on these rivers. But what I'll do is I'll show you at rig, because it's similar in some ways, but it's a different rig to what I was using last winter. As my good friend Scott Williams, shout out to him. Wind. Yeah, shout out to Scott Williams, Predator Pursuits Terminal Tackle. He's been good enough to send me a load of gear to review it on the channel, so it's pretty good stuff, so I'll show you that later. But for now, sit back, make yourself a brew, put your feet up, and hopefully I'll have some fish to show you. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yes! Not saying it's massive, but it's a fish. First dead bait one at season. Oh, it's off! Oh! Scrape a double maybe. It's a fish though, isn't it? Let's get another bait on. Take. That's a take. Yes. Now stay on. Stay on, fish. That's a decent fish, that. Come on, let's get a look at you at least. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. That's no jacking, that is it. It's coming up. Let's get a look at her. Oh, just one hook, only small. In the net. Get in there. Blank saver. It's not that bad a fish neither. Let's have a look at you. Right. See where that hook is. Right, I'm going to cut that hook off. Get that hook off. So that's what it's holding on. Prime example this of why you need to bring these. Yeah, that's not hanging on fish now, that. It's just that one hook inside there. And out. Alright, it's fine on there. It's a lively fish. We'll have a quick look at her, then we'll put her back. And I'll talk you through rig. Nice clean fish, that. That'll do us, won't it? Check that mouth, everything's fine. Yep, good fins. Sweet. How about that for a starter? Camera's going. Oh. There we go, that's better. There we go. Right. Get straight back in. She's lively. Keep her lively. I'd invest in this new landing net as well. I'm glad I did. Core and folding spoon, pike spoon. There's enough room for her to move about, look. Right, she's lively. There she goes. See you later. Get in. First pike at season on deads. That'll do me, that. Get in there. Just change that hook out, and then we'll get another bait on. I'll show you it rig before I put it back in. Right guys, what I'm going to do, just going to run through the rig that I'm using today. So it's pretty straightforward really, similar to what I was using last winter, but it worked for me then, so I'll stick with it now. But I've changed one or two things. So like I said earlier, the float I'm using now is from Predator Pursuit's Terminal Tackle. So if you haven't seen any of his gear, go and have a look at it. It's pretty good stuff, is that. So that's the float, but we'll start from this end. So I've got a mackerel on, and it's again, it's all Predator Pursuit stuff. So I'll leave a link in picture now somewhere. So that's the wire trace. See, it's a titanium wire trace, and like split rings on hooks, so that if hooks go blunt you can just take them off at split rings and put some new ones on. And it's a little bit shorter than what I'd normally use, but I'm using an up trace as well. Now people have said to me in the past, oh, what about putting a weak link on bomb? Now I know this swim pretty well, so I know that there's no snags, but what I always do when I'm setting up is I'll take the trace off and I'll plumb around all around the swim, make sure there's no snags before I start fishing. So that's just on like a quick link like that, and it runs on there's a buffer bead to it there, so that's your rig there, and then an up trace of about maybe 2 foot titanium, again from Predator Pursuit stuff, good quality stuff, up to a swivel, really crimped on, and then with like some sleeving on it, and then I think it's £80 Power Pro braid. Then all you've got really is you've got a bead just at bottom at float, and another bead up the line, and then like a friction bead. So what I normally do is I'll set the depth so that the float's just sitting like that. Bit awkward today because waves, it's the float's going like this all the time, but when you get a take, it's like that, and then it'll go bump like that, and it's like that in waves, and then it disappears under waves, hopefully. So that's pretty much it really. So hope I've got that in shot. Predator Pursuit's terminal tackle. Let's get it dropped in, see if we can get something on it. Right guys, I hope you can see that float there. So most people that do a lot of pike fishing on rivers, they'll know, but this is basically for people that are unsure about where to put the bait placement on a river, because it can be difficult sometimes. It's a lot easier on a still water, but on a river you've got flow, haven't you? So you have to position your bait in the right area for your rig to work. So basically what I've got there, I don't know if you can see bubbles just coming past the float. That's where the main flow starts. All in here is all slack water, but it's quite shallow in edge here, and then it drops off into deeper water, and there's a ledge there, and I'm fishing it just on edge at ledge. So I think what pike will probably do is they'll patrol up and down that ledge, looking for food, or they can sit just under the ledge and ambush the prey coming over at top. So that's basically why I put the float where I put it. You can see it keeps cocking, but that's basically, I've got it set just a tiny little bit over depth. It's like when you get an heavy wind on it, like what's on today, your bite indication has to be spot on. Last thing you want to do is deep hook one. So what I've got is there, you can see wind. As soon as it catches the braid, it lifts the float like it is doing now, or see wind's catching it, or when it rides over a wave it'll actually cock and then drop back down again. So looking at that, what I've done is I've plumbed the depth so that I'm fishing probably about 6 inch over depth. That's it. That's how I like to do it, so that as soon as someone picks up that bait, I'll get an indication straight away on that float, and then I can get to rod, and then if float goes, bang, I can hit it. I don't waste time waiting ages for fish to move off, and if I can't feel anything but I've had an indication, I'll wind down anyway, just in case it's eating it on the spot. So if you put that into your fishing, hopefully it might put 1 or 2 more fish in your net. That's what this is all about. Try to inspire people to get out, maybe young anglers who wanting to take up the sport but they're unsure. We all say if you can go with another angler who knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's doing, and then you'll have an idea about how to handle them and things like that. But I'll go through, you know, how to safely handle on up pike and stuff in another video. But for now, we've had one, haven't we? You know what I mean? I don't know, probably a scraper double getting up there. Bonny fish though, you know. Pike is a pike. If you keep going, you know, if you get one of them every time you go, then it's not a bad season, is it? Hopefully we'll get another. There's time yet. See them waves, it's like fishing in the sea. I think there's a storm coming in. So it's due, like, I think this is, you know, front edge of it, and then I'm going to get a boatload of rain and it's going to be high winds. So I thought I'll try and get out, do a dead baiting video first at season, and then take it from there. Right guys, that wasn't too bad a session really, was it? Not overly productive, but it's first one at season, so I'll take it. But I think I got on camera one that came to the top, it was thrashing about and hooks came off, so I could have had that one. And there were another one I don't think I got on film, where the float dipped and then come back up again. And I think, you know, considering conditions, you know, you could see it just went straight and boom like that and then come back up again, so that were definitely a take. So all in all, really could have had 3 fish. Wouldn't have been bad, would it? But I say it all the time, you know what I mean? I'll settle for one. I'm not greedy, you know. It's nice to get into a few, innit? But you know, if every time you go pike fishing you get a fish you haven't blanked, and that's good, innit? So, you know, you've got to settle for that, haven't you? So all in all, not a bad session, you know, to kick off the dead baiting campaign. Like I say, considering the conditions, you know, we're blowing an hoolie out there. It's calmed down a little bit now. It's just the ticket, innit? You know, you pack up and wind drops. But all in all, not bad. I'll settle for that. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this channel growing this winter. So I think we're just short of 1,500 subscribers. So 1,500 subscribers, and that's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You know, you guys out there hitting that button, you're awesome. Every single one of you. You know, me and Catherine can't thank you enough. But I think it's been a while since we've done a giveaway, innit? I think maybe once we get to 1,750, I'll do a giveaway, but we have to get to 2,000. So, but I think we'll get there in no time. Well, hopefully, you know, fingers crossed. So yeah, brilliant. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, tight lines.